Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Athletic Definition Mary Fitness Extravaganza. And thank you. So I'm actually a day behind because I took a day off. So I was planning to film it today, and it started raining in Southern California, which is very rare. So tomorrow I will do an additional show besides my normal one with that extra day since I took a day off. But want to thank everybody for joining me on the simulcast, on the stream, and in the audience. I started this last year just to trying to bring a little cheer, holiday joy to myself and to others because it was like a different Christmas. A lot of people didn't get to see their family or friends because of the pandemic. Same for me, and so it wasn't gonna quite feel the same. Um, I used to work in a corporate office, so I have 31 outfits, as crazy as it might sound, of Christmas. So every day you join me, you can see my different outfit. This is like a nice shirt that looks like a basically ugly wrapping paper. And the show evolved into wearing a different outfit and Christmas puns and a nice tip. And this year, with it going live, it's changed a little bit. But if you're interested in seeing last year's, I'm posting it on YouTube every day, and they're a little bit different because they're pre-recorded, and I can edit and I can add some little like sound effects and music and different things. So it was really fun, and it really made it cheerful for me, and it wasn't like I don't know, as sad as a Christmas as I thought, and it was also I I had to get very creative. I had to learn how to edit quicker, light. Uh, I wanted to, so it was like a very busy for me, and so it made it great. And this year, I'm kind of doing it the same, but a little different. And this show right here is called "Get the Funk Out." And the reason I say that is because a lot of us get in a funk, and sometimes more during the holiday season. We start eating more. Foods are more sugary, more holiday parties, more alcohol. And so I wanted to provide you with 6 tips today on what you can do to get yourself out of a funk. And my first tip is uh, go outside, go outdoors. If you love to work out indoors, I know a lot of people do, especially if it's bad weather like today in California. A lot of people would prefer to work out indoors, and I completely understand. Uh, I love to work out indoors. So if you're an indoor person, I recommend you go outdoors. And if you're an outdoor person, maybe try an indoor workout. Switch it up. Try a group class. Try a new machine. Try a new workout. There's so many different things. If you're not quite sure what to do outdoors, I guess it depends on where you live. I'm in California, so I've been blessed enough to hit the trails and then still be able to hit the beach the same day. Um, so if you live somewhere like that, try the beach, try the mountains, try hiking. There's nothing like connecting with nature, I feel. My second tip is change your routine. And when I mean routine is, I'm a huge runner. I've ran 55 marathons so far. So we're creatures of habits, and they say that our even like when you drive your car every day, you probably take the same route. So it actually helps your brain kind of get out of its rut, its funk by switching the route that you take to work. It can help it become more alert, and that's the same thing I feel that is with your workout. I mean, right now we're living in, depending on how you look at it, we're living in some blessed times because you have access to coaches, some that I have brought on here from all over the world, and they could truly inspire you, give you a different routine. Some of them are really affordable. So try maybe an online class, or maybe try a new fitness product, or maybe go to the advanced class if you're always a beginner. They allow it. There's so many different things. I train jujitsu, so if you always go in the morning, try going in the afternoon. Just something to get you a little bit out of your routine. This next one, since it is a holiday season and a lot of us need gifts, this could be for yourself or for someone that wants to work out. That's their resolution, or they're really big into it. Is nothing kind of makes you feel better than buying yourself a new workout outfit or having a new pair of running shoes um, or a gi. Sometimes you just don't feel like working out. but you put on those new shoes and you're like, you know what? I want to go try them out. I want to go to the gym and try out my new outfit. A gi is basically in martial arts what we use when we're choking each other so that nobody gets hurt. Uh, and it doesn't rip easily because you can really tug on it. So it looks like this. And they could be kind of expensive. That's what I'm saying. You know, whatever kind of makes you get motivated. And for a lot of people, that might be a new outfit. So I definitely recommend that. The fourth one is so beneficial to me because it's what I do. How about listening to inspiring podcasts on fitness? Uh, if you don't find me inspiring, you had to find one of my, over 50 guests inspiring so far. I have brought on so many people uh, that even me, when I go back and listen to the podcast for editing purposes and just to this is new for me. I'm an endurance athlete. I'm an athlete. I'm now I consider myself a podcaster, but so I'm learning and listening to the podcast, my past guest. Yeah, there's so many things that I can go back and lessons learned that I do. I actually do, not because it's my podcast, but it's more because I'm listening to what my guests have to say. And I've had some really good ones. So everything from weightlifting to jujitsu to running to basketball, definitely check it out. And just also many with different like adversities that they have to overcome, like broken necks. Well, you can't really overcome blindness, but I've had already two different blind athletes. One who is a surfing champion, has like five black belts in different martial arts. I brought on Miranda, who's also a personal trainer, nutritionist, blue belt in jiu-jitsu, who's blind as well. And so that's what I'm saying. There's so many good, not just me. I listen to other fitness podcasts as well. So try that. Always something to inspire you and motivate you. My fifth tip is try something new. And that's kind of like a little bit like number two, change your routine. And I kind of mentioned it with all the different like workout equipment. And for sure, there's no way you've heard of all of them or seen all of them. Like I'm a huge fan of the slant board. And I bet you most people haven't heard of them or seen it or even tried it. The slant board is so good because we are so tight on our feet because of our shoes. Um, so if you go out and you learn about maybe something that could help you, benefit you, these are so effective that once LeBron James found out about these, he bought two of them from the same guy I did. There's many different prices. This one's pretty pricey. It's from the Slantboard guy, and it comes from Australia, but there's other ones you could find as well. And just to give you another idea of the different products out there that you probably have never heard of, and if you are interested in learning more, you can always contact me. I have my website, which is coachrayz.com. This right here is called Monkeyfeet. And this is what I'm saying. We're living in this age where like, oh, we think everything has been already regurgitated, but no, there's a lot of things that are still able to be discovered. This is a Monkey Feet. It is by a company called Animal House, and it looks like this. And so basically, what it is, it just goes over your foot, and what you do is you attach a dumbbell to the bottom. So let me grab one here. And I mean, compared to some of the machines you're going to see at the gym, and for what the machine at the gym does, this one will cost you, geez, I think maybe under $100. Under $100. And then it goes like this. You see the dumbbell on the bottom. And for those of you just listening, you're going to have to catch the replay or click on the stream so you can see it. Go to YouTube or Spotify once it's done being edited. But on Fireside, it's available immediately. But yes, this is the monkey foot. And with this, you can like raise your leg up and then you start hitting different sections, or you can move your leg back, even laying down. This is a great tool. And so that's what I'm saying. Try something new. There's no way that most people have even heard of this. I've worked at four major gyms and I've never seen this or this at any gym. I'm also kettlebell certified, and when you go to gyms and you see kettlebells, they're kind of like the novelty item. Most people don't even know how to use them. So try them. Kettlebells are so efficient. Another great thing you could kind of mix up. Uh, I have plenty of ideas. You can go on past shows and also go on my YouTube. I've been working really hard on it. I have, I think, over 26 videos now on my personal one. And then on Athletic Definition, there's over 62. And it's all under the same theme, Coach Ray, and you can find it that way. One of my most popular shows that I've had podcast has to do with music. Now, on Fireside, there was a okay audience, but man, as far as a podcast, that one is just my most popular episode. So I definitely, in 2021, will be bringing more shows regarding music. I think it's because I talked about the beats per minute and how it's proven to make you go faster when you run, and then also when you work out. And since I used to DJ, I kind of demonstrated that I can create my own beats per minute songs playlist with this system that I have. And I think maybe a lot of people hadn't heard of that. And then I went over the top five playlists from Women's Health and Men's Health magazine and something else. And unfortunately, I don't personally feel that you can really work out to Christmas music as much as I love it. Now, if you go to YouTube, there's some really good like techno versions of it, but even then, there's only so much you can do. So, music, music is one that I highly recommend if you're like, I don't know, in a funk and you want to start working out. Make out like a nice playlist. That way, when you turn it on, you're like ready to go. When you walk in that gym, it takes you to that level. When you're about to go run, you put it on, and it gives you that motivation that normally you wouldn't have. And so those are my six tips for today. And as I mentioned, I will be doing one makeup show tomorrow, and as long as it doesn't rain, and then that'll be like a demonstration outside because I do indoor outdoor. And also, I wanted to provide you my Christmas puns that I'm providing to you daily. Hopefully, it'll bring a little joy to you. So this first one, it's really gonna slay you. All right. So, do you know how the ornament got addicted to Christmas? Well, he basically had been hooked since life. So yes, those are the Merry Christmas puns. They don't get any better. The great news about that is that I'm here every day till uh, the 31st because this is a daily show. It's the Merry Fitness Extravaganza. Behind a day because I took a day off. It's getting really hectic during the holidays. Trying to prepare for LA Marathon. Trying to buy gifts for my family. I had my Cadillac converter stolen, so I've been carless. Everything I do is basically walking, and it's a lot more time consuming. I mean, yeah, my whole life has changed, but I try to stay positive. It doesn't really matter. The way I see it is, as long as I have health, I can make everything else happen. Uh, if you don't know too much about me, I personally walked away from the corporate world, working in the bank, uh, being unhappy, to pursue what I wanted to do, which is inspire people to work out. Being someone who used working out to help me get over depression, I felt that it can definitely help a lot of people. And boxing when I was younger, doing jujitsu, seeing the self confidence that martial arts and just sports in general can develop in the youth and in people, even as we get older. And you know, I I quit my job. I got a new job, making way less money, working weekends because I had weekends off. I had about a month vacation, pay time off. I walked away from that to really get about 2 weeks of vacation, but I was going to start, working in the gym. The very first day I started working there, I got laid off for the second wave of coronavirus. And so then I'm like, geez, did I make a mistake? Uh, Maybe should I go back to the bank? Will I be happy? And after contemplating everything, I'm like, no, I'm gonna stick to what I want. Uh, Everything kind of is aligning. Fireside came along. They, even though that's what I love about Fireside and the opportunity they gave me, I am not, like a giant, like Mr. Beast that you just, oh yeah, that guy's a YouTube guy. Uh, you know, that guy, that just people know. And I'm reading the messages as I go along. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate the fitness tips. I'm happy for that. And so yeah, right now you're basically like, looking at someone chasing the dream, and you know, someone who pretty much gave up everything to follow his passion. So you can literally, if you follow my journey, see what happens, because not just for me, but for a lot of people, it's uncertain times. But I'm following my heart and I'm doing the right thing, and doors will keep opening. So I want to encourage everybody to, even in these uncertain times, follow your passion. Um, if what happened last year during the pandemic kind of didn't like give you that signal that, man, am I happy with what I'm doing? I know they're calling it the Great Resignation right now as well. I think it did awaken a lot of people, and I also want to, you know, I mentioned this yesterday on one of the shows. A lot of people are talking about, the it's hard to get good employees, and um, I want the companies to be good as well. Just don't look for good employees. You be good companies. You be good companies that employees want to work for. Just because you have some slogan that says, "Oh yeah, we care about you," when the doors are closed and you're having a team meeting and you're upset at your team because the sales aren't there, because I don't know, maybe you're being sold on the stock market and you guys have unrealistic goals that that cannot be met mathematically, and yet you want to just push and push and push. And I worked for a company like that, and without saying the name, you could see its documentary on Netflix called Dirty Money. And yeah, after I had seen that documentary during the pandemic, that just kind of like confirmed that I needed to walk away. And so now I'm here on Fireside, everywhere. I've helped people accomplish marathons before. I've helped people in boxing. I've helped people just kind of get started. And you may not want to be a pro boxer or anything like that, but the journey, the training, the discipline, what you can learn from just working out, individually. There's so many benefits from individual sports and team sports. I do both. I play basketball. I also, boxing. Jiu-jitsu is like a team sport because you train together, but when you fight, it's individual. So yeah, there's so many great different things you can do out there, just to keep yourself motivated during the holiday season. And I'm still waiting for an email from this guest. He would be my biggest guest. I'm hoping I will get his reply soon, but he was supposed to be on this Thursday. We'll see. If not, I will keep bringing you the Merry Fitness Extravaganza with different guests and different ideas. Since I don't really have like, yeah, it's a long story, but I really can't tell you what the show will be tomorrow. As long as there's no rain, one show will be a demonstration on a workout, and the second one will probably have a guest. So I want to thank everybody for joining. I appreciate your support. I hope these tips helped you, especially if you're in a funk or want to try and work out. If you have listened to me at all, I say, why wait till New Year's? Why not start today? Why not get a jump start on your New Year's resolutions? What is the saying, the meme that says, "Summer bodies are built in the winter time"? And you know me, I'm pushing every day. Find something for 2020 you want to do. That'll help you motivate you. That'll help you get up on those days you don't want to. That'll maybe help you eat clean that one day you want to cheat. I'm not saying that you shouldn't eat what you want, but it just all depends on your goals. I think the most important thing to know is your goals. What are your goals? And then from there, once you know your goals, then you can set your action plans. And a lot of times we're going to have to revise them, especially when it comes to fitness. Things happen. People die, marriages, pregnancies, injuries, you name it. So you always have to be willing and able to make changes, and basically be willing to change it, because let's say you try, I don't know, running a mile and it was just too much for you. Well, we're gonna like change it around so that we can work you up to the mile, and then you can accomplish that, and on and on. So I want to thank everybody for joining another edition of Married Fitness. This is technically day 13 out of 31. I know I'm behind. As I mentioned, tomorrow there'll be two shows, and I will be putting them up once I have a better idea of what time they will be and who will come on. So thank you everybody for joining. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you tomorrow. Till then, this has been Coach Ray with Athletic Definition.